Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Finn, or another gaming fail, and today we're here with another 5-minute missions DCS video. This is the series where we build a realistic DCS mission in under 5 minutes for you to play with your friends. So, without further ado, let's get started. First of all, we're going to need a ship to launch from, so I'm just going to come in here, make sure that we set this to be called the CSG, or Carrier Strike Group here. We're going to scroll down here, pick up the Abraham Lincoln, and we're just going to rename it to CVN 72, just there like that. And then that's all good there, so we're just that's all set up. So we're just going to add in another vehicle here, and we're just going to make sure that this is a Arleigh Burke. We're going to add in another one, then we're going to add in a Hazard Perry, and then we're going to add in another one, and that's all good there. Just going to make sure that we've got our waypoint set up. Just going to go like that, and that'll be a realistic well, that'll be a reasonable distance for us to sail. Set him to be about 2.5 miles out for our first ship here, then on the other side, and then again kind of front and back roughly the same distance and direction, etc. Alright, that's all good there. First, then the next thing that we're going to need to do, we're going to come back to waypoint 0 over here. We're going to do perform command and activate TACAN. Going to need to set it to 14 X-ray, which is fine there. Keep it as AL. Like that, and then we're just going to put it to CVN 72. Then we're just going to quickly hit clone on it. We're going to scroll down here to activate ICLS, CVN 72, turn that to 14, call it AL, and then we've got our ship and it's all set up and ready to go there. So the next thing that we're going to need to do is we're going to need to place in an aircraft here. So we're just going to quickly come in here, scroll down to our FA-18C, which is all good there. We're just going to quickly set it to SEAD at the bottom here, and then we just need to find a reasonable loadout that we think suits, and I think this one will do. Just 2 sets of harms like that. I'm going to change its skin to be one of my skins because I like using my skins that I made for myself, so that is all good there. Just make sure that's all set up. Okay, that's all good. Okay, and then we're just going to add in another waypoint, another aircraft here even. Set it to train, come back to our first aircraft, set it to client. Going to rename it player, and then make sure we renamed it properly, and then rename our wingman to wingman, and that's all good there. Maybe change the call sign to something fun, and then let's just set him to take off from ramp there. Alright, okay, so we're going to hit add waypoint and add waypoint over here, and then let's just add another increment back, and then come down and land. Alright, all good there. Okay, to make our lives a bit easier, because I want to add in a SAM site for us to shoot down, obviously that's why we picked SEAD and we added harms into our aircraft. I'm going to come over here to the templates thing on the side over here. Going to just set it to Russia, and then let's just quickly find ourselves something fun. I think an SA-6 SAM battery would be good. Let's set it out of Cobuletti like this. I think that'd be all good there, and that can be our enemy SAM battery. So what we're going to do, we're just going to select the ground forces tab again here. Just going to delete this and then select this group again here. We're just going to call this SAM site like that, and then we're just going to go through and go to our triggers here, and then let's just do something really quickly with triggers because we've got plenty of time left over. So we're just going to name this success here like that. The condition is all of group dead, so group dead, and we're just going to scroll down here to SAM site, and we're just going to add in a thing here, and it's just going to say end mission, and it's just going to say winner is blue. Congrats on destroying the SAM site. Alright, that's all done there. Now we've got about a minute left, so probably got enough time to add in a carrier and AUX aircraft. So we're going to just come down here, press aircraft, just going to make sure that we set it to USA. Going to do refueling. Refueling is what I meant to say, not carrier. Going to do S3B for a tanker, and then we're just going to add. We're just going to make sure that we set his initial waypoint to be, let's say, 22,000 feet. So I think that's reasonable. And then an airspeed of 300 knots. Just going to drag him to be over the carrier strike group a little bit further ahead. Do add, and add, and then on the last waypoint here we're going to go to waypoint actions. Going to come down here, we're going to perform command, and we're going to set him to switch waypoint. Automatically sets it to 0, so that will reset his waypoint. Then we're just going to come back here to the first one, go back to our TACAN, just make sure that he's set to 7 Yankee and that it's called tanker and that it's set to arrow 22. Just going to rename him tanker in here, and then also rename his group to be tanker, and I think that that's perfectly reasonable there. And then the last thing that we're going to do just before we finish up, we're rolling over on time a little, but I think that's alright. We're going to come down here, going to set it to AWACS, going to set it to an E2D, going to add in a waypoint for him to fly at 30,000 feet at a speed of 300 knots. Hit add here, hit action, hit orbit, so perform task orbit like that, 30,000 feet at 300 knots, drag him in, and that is our AWACS aircraft. So that is a small mission to do some SEAD on the Caucasus map in DCS. It's only taken us 5 minutes, and then this is obviously part of a series that we're doing where we're doing 5-minute missions for DCS that you can throw together to enjoy with your friends to do a whole heap of different fun things, and it won't take you very long, and you're learning some good skills that you can use for the future. Thank you very much for your time. I've been Finn, and the Gaming Fell, and peace out.